Big bar. Big cream. Alright, which one are we doing? I should have decided this before I came back. I'm gonna do the ones that I thought I did already. How about that? Quick question. What's better, In-N-Out or Whataburger? Whataburger, obviously. Culver's pretty good too. But I round down on Culver's because it's from my location, and everybody always thinks their shit is the best. So I round down Culver's a little bit. Pretty good though. Oh, I could switch the scene, couldn't I? Anyway, we back. Culver's has Friday fish fry, let's go. Yeah, and fried cheese curds and some decent ice cream. Ice cream's not like great, but it's better than Dairy Queen, right? Like, please. Decent root beer as well. People talk bad on In-N-Out, don't understand what it is that people like about In-N-Out. It's not like it's the best burger ever, or even the best regional West Coast fast food burger. The habit, for my money. It's the consistency at the price point that people love. Okay, well, every fast food place in a non-shit part of town is consistent. At least in my experience. If you go to the shit one in the shit part of town, it's not consistent. But then again, I don't know, maybe that's a thing. Like, there were two Checkers in the place I used to live, and one of them was consistently good. Terrible for you, right? Because it's Checkers, but what are you gonna do? And one of them was, you had like a 20% chance of getting robbed while you're in the drive-thru, and it was always shit. It's kind of a location thing. Checkers, now that's a good spot. Dude, their fries? Let go. A&W burgers are too sloppy. I've been to A&W, and look, A&W root beer is a good root beer. I like it. But their food's kind of like boring and not great. That's the problem with A&W. I would rather just have an A&W root beer and then get like any other fast food. Fast food tier list when? I mean, look, I'm fat enough to do that. Everyone knows it. You know it, I know it. Checkers is called Rallies here in Kentucky. Yeah, sometimes it's called Rallies, and it's in the same way that like Carl's Jr. is also called Hardee's elsewhere, right? Like it was Carl's Jr. when I lived in Tempe, and then it was Hardee's when I lived in Wisconsin. And I don't know why they do that, but they do that. Maybe it was another company they absorbed, and part of the thing was keeping their regional name or something. And Dub needs only two things, root beer and curds, dude. Those Kurdish curds. Alright, what am I looking through? What am I looking for? Slavs to Darkness? Are they before or after death? Probably before, right? They like chaos. Chaos are the main dogs, right? So yeah, here we go. Skaven. Slavs to Darkness. Alright, we got 1 million units here, but luckily. Page 21, please. No word of a lie, Canadian A&W easily trumps America's. Yes, it does. I had A&W when I went to Canada a few times on fishing trips and stuff. And it was superior in Canada. But a lot of the fast food was. Also, it was funny. Depends on the era, I guess. But when I went there, it was cool because you'd get food and you'd give them $5, and they give you $5 back. It was kind of funny. I mean, it was Canadian $5 back, but that was like cool. Timmy Hortons is better than Dunkin'. Yeah, but nobody would claim the opposite. I don't think anyone's going to bat for Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts are... I don't know if they have changed or if I have changed. Perhaps it's both. I recall them fondly from 25 years ago. However, I went into a Dunkin' Donuts at like 8 a.m. at a AOS tournament not 1 year ago. And their donuts were very dry. And just the faintest, and I mean really faint, the faintest salt to it. Dry and almost imperceptible, kind of salty. Almost to get you to buy a drink when you go there. I didn't enjoy the donuts that much. Their coffee's good for what it is. But man, the world no longer run no done, right? Krispy Kreme are both kind of trash. I would go to Dunkin' 10 times before I went to Krispy Kreme once. They're not even donuts. They're like spongy, soggy. I don't like Krispy Kreme donuts. No, sir, don't like them. And you can't hold them. It gets your hands gooey. I ain't trying to do that. It's goop. You don't like soaking your face and hands in sugar slime? I'm not that fat. It's not that bad. Give me that goop. That goop. Was that a random Ren and Stimpy line? It wasn't on purpose, although I remember watching it a million years ago. Yeah, Timbits are good. At least a million years ago when I had some. Like Cinnabon? Yeah, like Cinnabon. Now Cinnabon is a place that you go into a Cinnabon and you turn into a cam girl. I don't give a shit. They lay you down on one of those chiropractor beds, you know, face up towards the ceiling and just roll you underneath a machine. Pull the lever and just fucking slime. Covers your whole body. They keep going. You're waterboarding yourself in liquid sugar. It's a war crime. The whole place starts to get an inch, 2 inches, and then like a foot of just standing sugar water fills the whole place up. Everyone dies. But you get your money's worth. Anyway, we're supposed to be looking at Slaves to Darkness here. Slavs to Dankness. Alright. Shout out to SGRK. That'll be a funny lead-in. No context lead-in to the Slaves to Darkness battle trade. We got the Eye of the Gods table. And it's fun. They remembered what fun is. And in so many of these indexes, they have forgotten what it means to have fun. And the shit is boring and anti-combos. Keep your hands and arms inside the fun ride at all times. Bumper bowling. I have a lot of complaints. But Slaves did it right. It's fun. Once per turn. End of any turn. Each friendly Slavs to Dankness. Unit destroyed an enemy unit this turn as a target. Friendly beasts and non-hero monsters cannot. But the cool part is, named characters and unique can. Huge. That's fun. Make a reward roll of d6 for each target and apply the corresponding effect below. You can reroll the reward for the target. Oh shit. You could just re-roll it, isn't that fun? But if you do and you get a 1, you inflict D3 mortal damage on the target. I'm re-rolling it every time. No big deal, right? That's sweet. What does it do? Nothing. Maybe heals you. You know, you're re-rolling these, right? Add 1 to hit rolls for the target's combat attacks for the rest of the battle. Actually good. Free all-out attack perpetually, forever. That's good. Target has a ward 6. If it already has a ward 6, it becomes ward 5. That's good. Add 1 to rend for the target's melee weapons for the rest of the battle. That's good. Damn, dude. And then 6 is just pick 1. The same effect can be applied to multiple times to a unit, and more than one effect can apply to a unit at the same time. This sentence right here is the sentence that I wish they would add everywhere to the whole game. This sentence not being on every ability in the whole game is like what's wrong with the game. That's a sweeping statement that would probably cause problems, I'm sure. But it's how I feel, almost. Like, you can't have anti-infantry twice. You can't have 2 instances of anti-infantry. Why? That's fun. Let me have fun. Anyway, this shit's sick. Yes, it's inherently win more, because you have to have already, like, won and done something and lived to get your shit. But as we will see, there are other ways to get the roll on the table. Passive, Marks of Chaos. And you still get Marks of Chaos. Undivided, add 1 to wound rolls to units' combat attacks that target a hero or a monster. Alright. Not super good, but it's something. Corn, add 1 attacks characteristic of units' melee weapons for the rest of the turn if the unit charged in the same turn. Hell yeah. Set it and forget it. All you have to do is charge and they're great. Like, that's sweet. This is like the poor man's, lazy man's, just have them go somewhere and do something option. You won't be taking it for reasons we'll get to later, but I still like it. Okay? I guess set the record straight. Zinch. This unit has a 4 ward against mortal damage inflicted by spells and manifestations. It's trash. But hey, well, manifestations are everywhere in the game. You said that people were spamming manifestations, and that maybe they needed to get nerfed somehow. That's right, I did. But the reason manifestations are good is not because they do damage. Nurgle. -1 from wound rolls for combat attacks target unit. Oh, we found it. We found the one you take always, right? We found the one that you take for almost everything. Not just your anvils, just kinda like even your hammers. You might as well keep them alive, right? Anyway, it's quote-unquote the best one. I still think Khorne is fun sometimes, maybe, but a Slaves player will probably know more than me. And then the Slaanesh one, add 1 to run rolls and charge rolls. Damn, that would be cool if you could run and charge. I wonder if we'll find run and charge anywhere as we scroll down. But I know we will also find when we scroll down, and it's a spell that gives you 3d6 to charges. And so this shit is, like, kind of unnecessary. Anyway, the reason that Undivided isn't, like, that good is because really good stuff in the book is locked into Undivided on purpose as a balancing lever, I think. So. Your battle traits. If we're grading on a curve, S tier. For, like, hype level and fun. Some of the most fun, cool, you are allowed to have fun battle traits in the game. Which you can take as a positive or a negative, depending. Ahem. Battle Fomerations. Legion Chaos. United in Darkness. You could have sworn we did Khorne. I could have sworn we did Khorne as well. But my editor assured me that he had the VOD of us doing... he had all the VODs, and there was no Khorne. I don't know. Anyway. Legion Chaos. United in Darkness. Well, there's at least one Chaos hero and one other friendly demon hero or dark oath hero. Add 2 of the control score's friendly Slaves of Darkness units while they are contesting an objectives wholly outside friendly territory. That's a lot of hoops to jump through for something I don't really care about. Slaves to Darkness players will have to let me know, but this thing seems trash. I don't want to play with Dark Oath. Mixing Demon Heroes and Warrior of Chaos Heroes, I could see doing that, maybe. But 2 to control score is kind of meh. Only for wholly outside friendly territory, I don't know. I'm not interested. God's Wrath Warband, which is the one that I've only ever played. I played against Slaves to Darkness quite a few times. Every time they were on this one. Once per turn army, end of your turn. Your turn, right? Ironclad Onslaught. Pick an objective that is contested by any friendly units to be the target. Place a defiled token. Also contested by, right? Then roll the shit D3. On a 2-up, inflict an amount of mortal damage on enemy unit equal to the roll. End of every turn, forever. The objective tokens, they never go away. You can't get rid of them. They just stay there forever. And so, when I was playing against Slaves of Darkness, I took an objective, and obviously you have to stand on it, especially if they could be nearby or they could get onto it. You gotta stand on objectives, that's the game. And so I'm just randomly taking damage forever for standing on the objective. It was sweet. It was really good. I'm like, damn, that's cool. And you could just place these, right? Put 2 of them out, put 3 of them out, depending, and they just sit there pulsing forever. That was cool. I thought it was really good. Even though it's a shit D3 roll.
Good job, King.
I found it to be good against me and cool. Anyway, good work. As Derek Hay thinks the tier 1, 46 months. I'm big now. You can only defile once per round. Correct. Yeah. You can only do it once per battle round because it's during your turn, end of your turn only. It's not both. Right? So, that's an important note. Despoilers. Once per turn army reaction, you declare a fight ability for a friendly Daemon Prince unit. Pick friendly non-hero slaves monster or beast unit that has not... Anyway. Dark Oath Horde. Rally the tribes. If there's a friendly Dark Oath hero on the battlefield. Probably not. Pick a non-hero, non-unique Dark Oath unit that has been destroyed. Oh, okay. And then 3-up, you get it back with half the number. Okay. 3-up's pretty decent. Once per turn. A lot of the your movement phase, roll a die, and they come back to life stuff, I have found, are like 5-ups and 4-ups. So being a 3-up is better than the alternatives. I bet you could make a pretty decent, like, carpet of just a billion guys and keep bringing them back to life. You could, I've never read this one before, but, I don't know, this thing, you could play with this, I bet. Depending on how good the Dark Oath guys are. I don't think they're good, because I haven't seen anyone play them, but maybe they just are. Demon Prince isn't useful still. They made it fun now. It's arguably maybe playable. But it at least like does something and it's fun and cool. It's just maybe overpriced. And then this Despoilers thing. Non-hero slays the darkness monster or beast that is not used fight. Wholly within 12 of specifically only a Demon Prince. And then they can fight immediately after, and they don't even get the good fight after. They get the nothing fight after. The fight after that doesn't even give them a bonus. So this shit sucks. You can only choose between like kind of bad creatures, and they have to be holy, and you don't even get a bonus for it. Yeesh. Anyway, God's Wrath Warband is cool. Dark Oath Horde is probably good, but I'm not trying to play Dark Oath if I was playing Slaves. It's like you picked the only thing that doesn't look cool in the entire book. But, you know, personal opinions, I guess. It's weird that two of them are based on Dark Oath. I guess this isn't based on Dark Oath. This is a mixture of everything. Just roll sixes, yeah. Rogue traits. Feyvour of the Pantheon. This unit can use Eye of the Gods as if it were the end of the turn, and it had destroyed an enemy unit this turn. Deployment phase. Fun. So this is the fun one. You get to roll on Eye of the Gods right away. That's fun. I love rolling on Eye of the Gods for free. Let's go. Maybe the 6-up ward will turn into a 5-up right away or something. Cool. The fact that it only works once and you're still rolling, if there's like anything else, you probably take that, but it's a fun one. Once per battle, any combat phase. Death Mongoler. This unit can use 2 fight abilities this phase. After this first is used, it has Strike Last for the rest of the turn. Okay. I don't think you have any fighty heroes that you want to take that are able to take traits, but we'll look. Probably not. Radiance of the Dank Glory. Pick each damage friendly unit wholly within 12. Roll a die. 3 up, heal 1. Heal 3 if it's a monster. Every hero phase. Heal 1 though, it's so minor. But I guess it's every single hero phase wholly within 12, right? I don't know. It seems like we have a maybe. So Death Mongler is like maybe there's a combo that we'll find later. Radiance is minor, but it's constantly happening. And then Favored is fun. Alright. Like Bellicor and Abraxia. Well, yeah, but they can't take traits, right? For the fight twice. Wait, is Abraxia a Cav, or is she monster? Is she big enough to be a monster? I guess I'll just find out as we scroll. Anyway, these three are all kind of like, alright. One's fun, one's probably the best, and then one has a combo. Sure, no real complaints here. She is actually a monster. Okay, I mean, she can't take the trait, but somebody else could. Infernal Treasures. Start of any turn, once per battle. Visible enemy wizard within 24. For the rest of the turn, each time it is picked to use spell. D3 mortal damage. As a reaction. If the target is destroyed, do not resolve the effects of the spell ability. So this is one of the, like... Alright, my opponent is on Nagash. And you're like, oh no, I'm just running my normal build. I haven't customized this against you or anything. So anyway, Infernal Puppet. Once per battle, your hero phase realm warpers Twist Rune. Train feature within 12. If the target does not have obscuring, it gains it. Until the start of your next turn. Then roll a die for each model friend and enemy within 1 for each 5-up, 1 mortal damage. It's trash. And then the Conqueror's Crown, -5 control scores for infantry, while they're in combat with this unit. You probably take the Crown? Okay. The Conqueror's Crown has the opportunity to be like crazy strong. Like you're in combat with technically 3 infantry, and so you're -15 on them. I bet this thing actually matters sometimes. But it's like not overtly powerful enough for you to write off the funny one if you maybe want. The Realm Warper's thing is shit, but like, I don't know. I could see playing either of these. Crown is probably the better choice, I bet. But yeah. Alright, neat. Eater to Witness, thanks to the Big Prime for 28 months. Forgetting to sub before the ad. Big mistake, kid. Use your spell lore good. Spike Tongue Curse. Cast on a 5, unlimited. Pick a visible enemy unit within 12 to be the target. If the casting attempt is unsuccessful or if it was unbound, inflict D3 mortal damage on the caster. 3 mortal damage to the target. This shit sucks. Super short range. Hurts you if it fails. All for only 3 mortal damage. This sucks. Binding Damnation. Pick a friendly Slaves the Darkness wizard. Visible enemy 12. Strike last. This is good. 12 is way too short. However, because you can cast it on the opponent's turn, sometimes they might be in range. And then you can make them strike last on their own turn, which is really strong with Unleash spell. Casting it on a 7 is rough, though. Yeah, the range on this is super short. It seems to last until the start of your next turn. So you could cast it on your turn if you're somehow magically within 12 with your wizard already when it rolls around to you. But, I don't know. Successfully resolving strike last on an opponent when they're playing their turn is huge. Demonic Speed, 7. Wholly within 12. Add 1 to the number of dice rolled when making charge rolls for the target, max of 3. Massive. Super good. Again, cast on a 7, which is sometimes a little rough, but 3d6 charges are bread and butter. Amazing, excellent. So good. You have one of the worst unlimited spells in the game, maybe. But these two here are excellent. Demonic Speed is hella good. And Binding Damnation, while being a little too short range, still has one of the stronger effects you can do with this edition. So your spell lore is like really good. And it doesn't even matter that your unlimited spell sucks. How many wizards are you gonna have? I don't know, probably some double casters. There's a fun Matryoshka Gaunt Summoner list. Oh, like the dolls that, okay, yeah. That spam Spike Tongue? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, when I say the worst, I mean it's bad. There's possibly a universe where you cast this spell and you're in range and it's not unbound and it's successful, and you deal 3 mortal damage to a target, and 2 would not have done it, 1 wouldn't have done it, it had to be 3, and you exactly kill some guy and win the entire game, right? And yet I still say this spell is bad. And I say that because the situations where it's good are very, very rare. And so in general, that's what I mean. And I notice a lot of people, and I'm not singling you out because you're actually talking about a list built around something, which is different than this. But a lot of times I'll say something is bad, and then they're like, well, but this one time I rolled 17 6s in a row and my opponent rolled all 1s in a row, and I was playing a unit that normally I wouldn't have, and they were in this thing, and then it was a Tuesday and their name was Jim, and then the thing did something and it was good, so it's good. And I'm like, no. We judge whether something is good based on how often it's good, in general, you know. Buying lottery tickets is brilliant, right? Because somebody won it, yeah. Somebody has to win, but... Anyway, now we got Archaon, the Ever-Chosen. And I'm told people are playing this guy. I don't know how many. Maybe it's a meme. The one-drop thing. It might be a meme. 14 flying, 3 up 25, 10 control. 5 upward, double Wizzy. Warmaster, which is now just a net negative. It has no upside to it. It's kind of like Companion. Man's 890 points. Just basically half your army. He's got the Slayer of Kangs. 2s and 3s, 2/3. No abilities. Kinda weird. And then Dorgar has Companion? Gross. I think it shouldn't have Companion. It's a horse that devoured the champion of 3 of the 4 Chaos Gods. The horse is smarter than me. And if you look at the model from afar, you can't even see Archaon on it. I don't think it should have Companion. But then again, I don't like Companion anyway. Pick one of the following keywords, and it just has that, in addition to Undivided. Cool. My suggestion is Nurgle, because you're paying 890 points for him. It'd be a shame if he died. But you can do what you want. Once for Battle of your Hero phase, the Eye of Ed Sheeran. Roll a die. It replaces the priority roll for the next battle round. On a 1 to 3, your opponent must take the first turn. On a 4 to 6, you must take the first turn. This ability cannot be used if there is an enemy Archaon on the battlefield. Funny. Yeah, he's 2s and 2s against heroes and monsters. On account of being undivided. Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. Just one...
Good job.
Hold. Okay, Ordmandius, get fucking parried, by the way. I didn't even see that in the preview thing. Get parried. Thanks for the tier 1 for 4 months. Big streams. You got parried by the checking of the tapes. Priority roll, core rules 12. Okay. Core rules 12. I want to see the text. Where does it say the priority roll? For double turns can't score. Where's that thing written? Do we have a... No, of course. No, yeah, we do. Glossary. Alright, I assume I'm looking up priority. No, I'm not, I guess. Tactical Gambit is what I'm looking up? Okay. Battle Tactics... Oh, it's in Battle Tactics, not in Priority. Okay, okay. Battle Tactics 2. Hey, what page should I look on for Battle Tactics 2.0? Where could those be? Somewhere after core, I guess. I just have to keep clicking. Border War 1. Magic. Faction terrain. Commands. I wish they didn't... Okay, battle tag, page 40. Okay, here. Now we found it under advanced rules. So for commands, terrain, magic, army composition, they all start over at 1. I don't think they should. You know? I think they should just run through the whole thing so I know where to look when I'm looking for something. Anyway, the page is 40. You can only use the ability if you went second in the previous battle round and choose to go first in the current. Chose to go first. Must take the first turn, not choose. Okay, I wanted to see if... Because I know how they... I know they wrote it like you take it. I wanted to see if they said take or if they said choose. And they said... choose, so we're safe. I'm pretty sure they didn't intend for it to work that way, but I just wanted to see. Anyhow, you might be wondering why is this ability good? And it's good, well, it depends. If you're going second in the battle round, it's good. If you're going first, I don't think it is. So if you're going first in the battle round, I don't think it's good. Because then your opponent gets to play their whole turn knowing who goes next, just like you do. But if you're going second in a battle round, and you use the Eye of Ed Sheeran, you know who's going to definitely go after here, right? And so, you can play your whole turn knowing that, and then the next battle round happens and you just go into it. So if you know that you are getting a double, you can play into it. And then if you know you're definitely not, you can play away from it anyway. So that's why this is good half the time sometimes. Slayer of Kings. Each time this unit uses a fight, if the unmodified wound roll for 2 or more attacks made the Slayer of Kings target the same hero as 6, it's automatically destroyed. You only have 4 attacks. The likelihood of 2 of them being wound rolls of 6 is extremely low, but it can happen, and your opponent's always sweating if it does. It just doesn't come up a lot. Back in the day when you could use fate dice to make sure that this happened. Well, that was another thing entirely. But, I don't know. I don't know what the percentages are. I'm not good at math. It's like... I don't even know what the chances are of it. I can't even begin to think about it. Couldn't tell you. I suppose because you hit on 2s, it makes it more likely, right? Because you only fail the first hoop to jump through on 1s. But, yeah, it's probably 1 in 10 or less, all things considered. The Favored Warlord. Oh yeah, we read that already. You did the math on it, assuming you got all 4 hits through. No, I don't want that. I appreciate you doing the math, Leon Duvall. But what I want to know is not assuming you got the first 4 through. I want the whole thing. I want, like, I have an Archeon on the table, and there's a hero over there. And I want to know, like, alright, what are the chances? What are the odds, you know? From T equals rolling all 4 of these in the hits. Not all 4 of them already over here, because I'm wondering how often it'll actually happen. So probably less than 13. By however much chance it is of you rolling a 1 here, you know, however many times. Maybe my 10% was closer to right than I thought, but I think maybe it's under that, I'm not sure. Once per turn army, any combat phase. 3-headed Titan. Pick one of the following effects. Rampage. Enemy unit within 6 of this unit, roll number of dice equal to the number of models in it to a max of 7. Why? Why are we capping at 7? Because a 3-up mortal is too good? Man costs 900 points. Fuck off. It probably is too good. But max of 7 is too low in any case. Skull Gorger. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit, roll a die. If the roll exceeds the unit's health characteristic, it eats them, and you heal. Okay? You only have to exceed the health characteristic, not double like sometimes. Spell Ida. Pick a manifestation within 12, 2 up, it's banished. And D3 mortals to the wizard that summoned it, and the wizard that summoned you too. It's 7 because Nurgle. Okay, well, having it be the funny number is nice flavor, but not at the expense of gameplay. Maybe that's where me and GW just differ, though. Because I know they go out of their way a lot, historically, to make the funny number like a gameplay thing in a way that just sucks. Anyway, you'll get a decent chunk of mortals from this. It's like fine, I guess. The fact that he's a wizard too is really good. He doesn't have a spell still, which is unfortunate. Companion kind of sucks. I wish this had an ability. You know, it's Archaon. It's the same as Archaon always has been. Ludicrously expensive, doesn't do as much damage as you want, and you kind of suffer for having so many points in one spot. But he's kind of invincible. And that's cool. Also, yeah, this edition you might be eating some spells here and there. Remember, you can do that even if you're not in combat with anything. It just happens in that phase. They just have to be within 12 of him. Demon Prince. This guy got a huge glow up because he used to be trash. Like, embarrassingly bad. And before that, he used to be completely overpowered. And then before that, he was like, alright, but you probably wouldn't take him. So, man's been on a roller coaster. What are we on? 6-up ward. Infantry, it's not a monster. Although, kind of looks like one. You can give him any keyword you want. You go kid. Take a keyword, anyone you want. Crit mortal on a 3 damage weapon sounds kind of nice. 6 attacks, 3-3-1-3. Alright. Airborne Horror. If this unit has wangs, it has a move characteristic of 10 and fly instead of 8 otherwise. And if there's any terrain or other models near you, the difference between 8 and 10 is a lot of times much more than 2 inches. But what happens if you get the trophy rack, though? What do I exchange? What do I get otherwise? Is it tempting? If it has a trophy rack, the weapons have anti-hero rend 1. No. Wings always. Why do I need anti-hero rend 1? It's rare to fight heroes, and I have crit mortal anyway. And I can roll on Eye of the Gods to maybe get rend if I really want it that way. And that's rend against everything. Yeah, I'll take the wings 10 times out of 10. Your hero phase. Ruinous Feyvour. Pick a friendly non-unique unit wholly within 12. Oh, this one is fun, not allowed, kinda. Where the normal one isn't, but this one you can't pick a unique. Boo. And it has to share a Mark of Chaos keyword with this unit. Oh, I didn't notice that before. I've only ever played against it. Roll die on a 3-up. Oh no, it's a 3-up. Boo. but you can immediately roll on Eye of the Gods, and that's fun. So the fact that he allows stuff to just roll on Eye of the Gods, that's fun. That shit is hella fun. 3-up, dumb. Non-unique, boo. Wholly within 12, kind of boo, but actually that's fine. Anyway, it's cool. I think Demon Princes are like fun and kind of good. If nobody's within range, you can always use it on yourself. Try to get that rend, you know. Although generally, the first thing I've seen it do is try to get that 5-up ward. Just get that 5-up ward real quick, right? Anyway, I think he's cool, and he controls 5. You can give him a artifact or an enchantment. He's sweet. I remember him being like more expensive than I wanted him to be. Yeah, 280 is a lot. 280 is a lot. That shit needs to come down for sure. But he's fun and cool. I'd pay 280 for him maybe if he was a wizard on top of all this other stuff. And even then, maybe I don't know. Anyway, it's not like you won't take him if you want to. Because look at him. Like, he looks cool. He has a fun ability. You want to take him. I think right now, he doesn't cost enough to make you, like, not take him if you want to, right? I think he's playable. It's too much, but you're still taking him if you think he's fun. And I think he is fun. So that's my long speech on the Demon Prince that used to be hella fucking trash, and they fixed him, and now he's fun. Maybe a little expensive. Maybe more than a little expensive. But he's fun. That MF forced me to go double turn and be unable to do battle tactics. Oh, yeah, it doesn't work like that. I looked it up just to make sure on stream, but yeah, it doesn't work like that. You have to choose to take a double to not be able to do battle tactics. And if you're given the turn, it doesn't count, which we knew already, but I wanted to see if the specific language was choose or take. And the specific language is choose, and so take doesn't count. So if you're given a double with normally winning prio, or if you're given a double with Archeon, neither of them prevent you from scoring battle tactics. Only if you win the roll and then choose it. Specifically. You have to tell the guy you played against? Yeah, no problem. I mean, if you're just skimming rules, stuff like that is bound to happen. It's early in the edition. I've skimmed rules and gotten them wrong. People have skimmed rules when they're playing. You know, you kind of read half of it or whatever. Or you don't know that there's a difference between take and choose, and, you know, it's fine. It's just stuff learning, you know. L attack things with prime. For 8 months, big boys, yeah. You played many games, sometimes mirror matches, and no one knew you could reroll Eye of the Gods. Oh, damn. Yeah, that was one of the things I managed to read right away. I'm like, hell yeah, you get to reroll it. Let's go. So good. And the punishment for re-rolling it is pretty minor as well. So, totally worth. You only get punished for it on a follow-up one, which is whatever. Just go for the thing you want. Here we get to Vanguard. These guys are cavalry. They are the Lords of Trim. Six control per squad. They don't have a unit champion. Because technically they're all Lords of Chaos. They're champions in their own right. Now I think it would be fluffy and cool, since they're all Lords of Chaos, risen up to be Vanguards. I think it should say champion 3 out of 3. So for every 3 guys, you get 3 champions to reflect the lore of it. I think that's how that should work. And if you wanted to balance it so they only had 2 attacks, plus 1 from champion on each guy, so that it didn't actually change anything, it was just like cool. Anyway, I would do that. I think it'd be cool. Give them a mark. I've seen Nurgle, I've seen Khorne. I've never seen anything else, but I've seen Nurgle and Khorne. I like how you don't have to pick their weapons anymore, you just get fucking everything. You just get everything. 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, Ren 2, damage 3 on the charge, crit mortal, let's go. And then your steeds have some stuff. This unit can use 2 fight abilities this phase, once per battle. After the first, the unit has strike last unless you're running Cthulhu, or not Cthulhu. Atraxia. What's her name? Abraxia, I think? Abraxia, yeah, that's it. I kept thinking Atraxa, like the fucking magic card. It's Abraxia, that's it. Anyway, she has some combo with this. They don't have a rune ward anymore, which is a little sad, but nothing does, so fair enough. They're big and kind of fast for your army. And they have a good save and a decent amount of health, and they even have control too. And you can give them a ward with Eye of the Gods if you want. You can mark them Nurgle to make them hard to kill. They do a shitload of damage sometimes. They have crit mortal. They're just killers. They can pile in twice. And they're 103 points a model, something like that. Vanguard. Oh, it continued on the next page. I'm like, it should be here. No, okay, continuing. Yeah, 310. 310 for 3. So they're 103 points a model. And you can put basically every synergy in the whole army on them, if you want. These guys, fuck. They're good. They're good, they're cool, and they're fun. And they have some combos with them, and they slap shit. And if you like trim, then they look cool. And you don't have to paint all the trim if you don't want to, and I think it actually kind of looks better when you don't, depending. But, you know, do what you want. They're slappers. They cost 3 more points per model than Mournfang, and let me tell you, those are the 3 most impactful points I've ever seen in my life. Next we got B. Laker. 4-up save, but he's ethereal. 14, 14, 10. 10 control, kind of nice. What's that ward at? 6 up. Double wizard, you love to see it. War Master, ew. 8 attacks, 3s and 3s, 2-2, crit auto wound. And then some claws that have a charge bonus, neat. Shadow form, ignore modifiers to save rolls for this unit. It is ethereal, which is super good this edition. Once per turn army, enemy combat phase. Deadly Trap. Pick this unit and up to 2 friendly Slaves to Darkness within your combat range. Roll a die for each target. On a 4-up, it has strike first for the rest of the turn. Strike first plus strike last equals strike normal, right? Is that how that works? Nice. Okay. Not bad. Now you gotta stay in combat range of your other guy, and so whatever, but... And then of course, Dark Master, enemy hero phase. Till the start of your next turn, each time the target is picked to use an ability, roll a die. On a 3-up, the ability has no effect. And remember, everything in the whole game is abilities now. Even casting spells, even moving. That's a rough one, kid. Pick your opponent's most expensive unit, and it does probably nothing. for potentially 2 turns if they have the opportunity to double turn you. Or kind of nice. Yeah, fighting is an ability, moving is an ability. Your hero phase, Enfeeble Foe, cast on a 6, one of the 2 spells it's got. Pick a visible enemy unit within 18, then make a casting roll of 2d6 until the start of your next turn. 18's kind of nice. -1 from hit rolls for the target's combat attacks, really good. And the target's combat attacks cannot score crits. Cool. Enfeeble Foe's good. In 3rd edition, I thought Bellicor was an auto-include, although I didn't play the army. In 4th edition, I think Bellicor is an auto-include, although I don't play the army. Everyone who has like those 4-up monster attacks can eat shit. Everyone who's relying on crit mortals to do any damage, eat shit. 18's pretty good range, and it only casts on a 6. Let's go. Yeah, he's great, but what does he cost? What does Bellicor cost? 410, he cost a little more than 1 turtle unit. Alright, yeah, fine. Whatever. Fantastic, give me 1 right now. Really? Yeah, sure. But you don't even know what's in it. I don't care, don't tell me. 410. Alright, my army's 1590. No big deal. Hey, know your worth, right? Kid, you're in. That shit is hella sick. Eternus. As in the eternally sad, eternally bad, an eternal disappointment. He looks cool and his backstory is cool and he always sucks. What have they done to him here? 993 up 2. 63312, charge +1 damage, alright. Kinda swings a little bit. Slower than Vanguard. No ward. Veins of Black Lightning. They gave us the Vein back, dude. Vein Gang. And he uses ability if it has been destroyed. 2d6, add 1 if there's a Bellicor. On an 8 up, he comes back to life. Okay. That's his, you know, he keeps coming back to life, right? Yeah, Encephalitis's fangs. Dracocephalopod's fangs. All the rest. Funny, cool name. Please pronounce Mount name. Drac Os Phallus. Drake my OC's Phallus's fangs. So he comes back to life, so you want to just like run him out there to die so he maybe comes back. Opponent declared a command, 5 up. Add 1 if you have Legionnaires or Furies. Yeah, no. He doesn't do anything. He's bad. It doesn't matter what he costs. He's bad. What does he cost? 230. No. Yeah, he doesn't do anything. You gotta make this guy cool. He is cool. He looks cool. And he has a cool backstory. But damn, he always sucks. That's too bad. Do you want to pay 200 points for chaff? Not if it's also a drop. Yeah. Chaos Lord on Demonic Mount. Damn, look at how sick this guy looks. Everything in Slaves to Darkness looks awesome. Jesus. Alright, what do you do? 8 8-10-3-2. Cursed weapons. 5-3-3-2-2. Charge 3. Kind of swings. 5-3-3-2-3 is kind of a nasty profile. The hooves are not a nasty profile. Give him a mark. Reaction, you declare to fight ability. He pulls in somebody else. Has to be a cav. Normally I don't like these unless they give a bonus. If it is picked to do so, add 1 to the wound rolls for target's attacks. Oh, it gives a bonus. Alright. Maybe I like him. What do you wound on if you're a Vanguard? Man, you're over here wounding on 3s. Wouldn't it be nice if you were wounding on 2s? He's kind of nice. I don't know if I would end up taking him or not. But he does something. And he looks sweet. Unfortunately, in this game, the way you build armies right now is absolutely toxic to the concept of fun. Because every hero is a drop. And there's no warlord battalion to take if you don't want to care about drops to get something instead, like free artifacts or whatever, like there used to be. Now it's just everyone has to play the drop game, which is dumb. But what do you cost Chaos Lord on mount? 180, okay. I would probably almost never take this guy, but maybe I would if I'm trying to, like, go all in on Vanguard or something to find yet another buff to give them, maybe. 180 isn't really that bad. I was expecting, like, 210 or something. But, yeah, the way you build armies in this game really hurts this guy. Like it does many heroes. Gaunt Summoner. Double Wizzy. Ward 6. 4-up save somehow. On disc. 14. Super fast. Change staff is 12, 3, 4, 3, 1, D3. Crit Mortal. Weird. Okay. You can stand behind enemy lines and just shoot his little wand around. Minions of the Silver Tower. You can set them up in reserve. And then pick a friendly unit in the Silver Tower and set them up on the battlefield holding within 12 of this unit and more than 9 from all enemy units. And so we can do Russian dolls with this, right? You can do the funny thing with this. Taking like 2 Gaunt Summoners and putting 2 people in the tower, and you summon a Gaunt Summoner who then summons something else, and you can do funny things with this. I don't know if any of it is good, but you can do silly stuff with it, and I appreciate the ability to do silly stuff with it. Arcane Imprisonment. Pick an enemy hero in combat with this unit to be the target. Bro, what? What kind of an enemy hero is ever in combat with a Gaunt Summoner for every reason, and then it rolls around to your turn, and that hero and your Gaunt Summoner are still alive somehow? How'd that happen? Well, whatever. However it ended up happening, you have the spell you could cast sometime. Unmodified casting roll exceeds the target's health characteristic. It is automatically sent to Detroit. Okay. And it cannot be replaced. Go to Gary, Indiana. That being said, you deserve it. Like, you just deserve it. You got into combat with a 6 health, 4 up save wizard, and that wizard is somehow still alive on the next turn, you deserve to get banished to Gary, Indiana. Get out of here. Anyway, Gaunt Summoner without the disc, back to a 6 up over here. He looks so cool, doesn't he? If this was all of Tzeentch's aesthetic and sculpt quality, I would love Tzeentch, the army. It would be a great looking army. If only it was all Pan's Labyrinth ripoffs with a blue and purple color scheme. I would be here for it. Unfortunately, it's like 2 models. Still double wizard though. Wait, how much is the other Gaunt Summoner? 250 is a lot for that guy. I don't want him. Maybe he's good because you can deep strike something, but that's too much for me. This guy's very killable. He does technically have a ward. Well, you can still do the Silver Tower thing. Okay, you don't have the speedy disc. Divert Realm Legate. Casting roll 2d6. Units set up this turn using this unit's Book of Profane Secrets can be set up wholly within 18 and more than 7. Oh, okay. Cool. Now you need to roll a 7-inch charge. That's kind of cool. When do you do the setup though? Movement, okay. Yeah, I mean, you can do like a funny combo thing, right? Where you take this guy, and then he takes this guy, and you pop him out, and then pop him out, and then summon a guy 7 away. That's like 30 inches total, and now it's like an Alpha Strike sort of thing, but I feel like you have a spell to just cast on a unit of cavalry. You can give 6 Vanguard 3d6 charges, which is basically an Alpha Strike anyway. Maybe it's not an Alpha Pin or something, but... $170 for a double caster who wants to die is alright. Anyway, this guy, he casts this, and then puts another guy out 18 away, and then... No, that doesn't work. Alright, yeah. You can't double up, because you get out in the movement phase. So the second one can't come out and then use this thing. He has any in his warband, which is nice. I really appreciate that they give you the option of trying to do this stupid stuff. I like that. Maybe it's not good, maybe it's too good. I would just have, you'd have to see it play out. I think it's cool that you can come up with these stupid ass combos and try to like do them and see if they work or not. I appreciate them letting you try. I think that's cool. Ogroid Theridons. These guys used to be basically never played, but sometimes they were played and they made for a strong like counterpunch unit. Pretty easy to kill, but they did a shitload of damage, and they were your second wave of counter charges, and they look sick. They look kind of dope. Five, 4, 6. Grown ass weapons that do... Oh, they don't anymore. I was gonna say they do grown... I was gonna make the joke. They do grown man damage, you know? But they don't anymore. They're down to rend 1 damage 2. They used to be 2, 3. They hit on 4s. Anti-infantry is nice though. And you do give them a mark. Add 1 damage characteristic for his units for the rest of the turn, once per battle. Okay, so now once per game you can pop this, okay. You can indeed get back to your former glory for a little bit, like one time. Which maybe that one time that's worth it, right? Alright. Overwood Pterodons. Is the price still right? 3 for 200. I don't know if the price is right. 4, 8, 12, 13. 13 attacks on 3s and 2s. Let's pretend they're fighting exactly what they want, and it's a once per game, and all, like, best possible world. They're Khorne, they're fighting infantry, you spent a command point, used your once per game. So we're on 15, 16 attacks, 3s and 2s, 2, 3. And maybe, okay. I mean, I would just take Chosen right, probably. At 200 for 3, how much are Chosen? 250 for 5? Yeah, but for 2 more guys as well? Damn, you guys look fucking cool and everything, but... Yeah, I would just take Chosen probably, right? Maybe the points don't work out or something, but... Chosen have crit mortal? Yeah, I know I played against... I played against slaves, so I know a little bit about this. But, some of this is still news to me, like these guys. And so yeah, I have been on the receiving end of some crit mortals from Chosen. Chosen are sick, they're super cool. Big fan. That, they should be in the Dark Oath half. Yeah, maybe they should have the Dark Oath keyword, you know? Chaos Sork Lord. This guy has fly. Oh wait, this is the on Manticore. He is on top of a monster, but he can't fight. So being on a monster just gives him health and move. He has some bad attacks. You cannot give him Khorne. I like that they remembered and made sure that Khorne's not on the list because he's a wizard, right? Once per turn army, your hero phrase, Oracular Visions. It must be a warrior chaos unit within 12. 3 up gets a 5 up ward. Oh, that's really good. It's a pity it's a 3 up. But a 5 up ward is good. Venomous Tail Strike. Pick an enemy monster in combat with it. 3 up strike last. Whatever. Chaos Sorch Lord. 280. Foot Guy has the same thing. That sentence is kind of the problem with Chaos Lord on anything for most of Slaves to Darkness's history. This guy used to have the dankest horde clearer you've ever seen as a custom spell. He has lost it. And so he has lost my respect. And I will keep scrolling. Chaos Lord on Manticore, who has some weapons. A crit mortal, alright. The one addition that Hordebreaker would have been good in, he finally lost it. Alright. Add 2 to the control scores of friendly warrior chaos units, I don't care. Apex Predator. Once per turn army, any combat phase. Pick an enemy monster in combat with this unit to be the target. Why? How come an enemy monster? How come? Add 1 to hit rolls. And it also affects companion. Oh, let's go. $260. No. I don't know. Can anyone defend this guy? He looks awful to me. Maybe I don't know. Then we got normal ass Chaos Lord. Look at this dude. Old model, but still kinda holding up. This dude, what do you do? 6 3 up 5. The Reaper Blade. Get stuff. You declared a fight ability. Add 1 to wound rolls. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it does something. But it's hard to keep up with guys that have 3d6 charges, you know? And, like, get actually into combat with him. Nah. I mean, useful ability, but the positioning is hard, and you're not a wizard. Fuck off. What do you cost? 140, yeah, pretty cheap or whatever, I guess. But he's a drop. Chaos Lord on Karkadrak. Go with the helmet version 1,000 times. This is a big dirty mount. This dude is sick. The Days of Dimensional Blade on this guy. Hexed weapons. 5, 3, 3, 1, 2, +1 damage, crit mortal. And then companion. Yo, his companion's kind of dealing 2 damage, I guess. Any charge phase. Brutish Rampage. Rampage. With this unit charged, pick up to 3 enemy units within 1. And then do 3 shit D3 rolls. Interesting. Okay. That being said, 99% of the time you ever charge him, it's going to be against one guy, so. And then also once per battle in each charge phase. Pick this unit and up to 2 friendly non-hero Warriors of Chaos. Add 2 to charge rolls. I didn't think you needed more, but you need more. 3d6 charge +2, just in case. The reason why this is good still is because, yeah, you have a spell for 3d6 charge, but this happens in the charge phase. So people springing forth out of the Shadow Realm can still get their +2 to charge, and you can set up a Rube Goldberg machine of like 5-inch charging off of a deep strike kinda with some stupid squad. I think that's cool that they let you try to do that. 250's a lot for that one trick, and I don't think anything else he does is worth anything. So, I don't know. Chaos Sorcerer Lord on foot. Hey, it's my boy. It's the other auto-include guy. He's a Wizzy 1. 5, 4, 5. Hey, nice armor, dude. 4 up armor. Nice. Oracular Vision. Once per turn army, your hero phase. Pick filling world of chaos within 12. 3 up, ward 5 up. Alright. It's funny that they make Oracular Visions basically worse every edition. And Slaves to Darkness players complain to me that it's worse every edition, and I agree. But it's still good. Sucks that you have to roll a 3 up to get it. But a 5 up ward's a 5 up ward. Good work. And you're a wizard. Kid, you're probably in. Exalted Hero Chaos. Blades of the Dark Champion. 5, 3, 3, 1, 2. Anti-hero and anti-monster. Damn, the 2 things I don't want him to anti. And 1 damage against heroes and monsters. Yeah, he's supposed to fuck up heroes and monsters. Hey, RN. Foot guy supposed to fight heroes and monsters. You know, don't call me, I'll call you. Not calling you. And then we got an Ogoroid Myrmidon. Wait, how much is a Sorcerer Lord? 120? Yeah, seems about right. He's not like that great anymore. I don't know how the drops end up. But I like a 5-up ward, I like a wizard. Somehow he has a 4-up stave. Alright. Just roll those 3s. He has a gladiator spear, which is 1 attack, range 10. Annoying. 6-3-2-1-3 anti-monster. Nice. I don't like him already. Ooh, he's a hero too. Okay. Well, this unit is damaged. Add 2 to the attack's characteristic. Okay. Pitmaster. He's a bonus hero. Oh, nice. Okay. So now I get to evaluate his war scroll based on what is written on it. Pick a friendly Ogroid Therodon's unit that has not used a fight ability. Oh, it's that thing. And then add 1 to hit rolls. Okay. He is the shitmaster. He gives free all-out attack to guys that you're not playing with. But he's a bonus hero. Nice. Chaos War Shrine. Sulcra. Am I looking at this awful thing? 14-4-8. Friendly warriors chaos have 6-up ward while they're holy within 12 of it. It is a priest 1. Oh, hey, I guess we have a priest in this army. And you don't have any prayers, so it's got favor of chaos. Apply 1 of the following effects. Target uses the rally command, you can make 3 additional rally rolls of d6. Okay. Add 1 to hit rolls. Ward of 5-up. Oh, 5-up ward for Zinch. Add 1 to wound rolls for Nurgle. 1 number of dice rolled when making charge rolls. Hey, Slaanesh kind of kept run and charge. 3d6 charge is basically run and charge, right? Oh, it's a hero now. Okay, so it's dead, probably. If the chanting roll was 8 up, you can pick 2 units instead of just 1. That's sweet. Nice. What does it cost? Is it still very cheap? It's no longer very cheap. I mean, dude, this prayer is like really good depending on what your thing is. For 250, that's a lot though. And for a drop, that's a lot though. You know, if they ever fix army building, you'd start to see more stuff like this. Maybe get played, I think. Again, 250, I'm not in love with that. But I don't know, if drops were free, I could see someone doing it for sure. Soul Grinder, get this fucking thing out of my fantasy game. This Doom 2 ass 40k model. Get it out. It literally every weapon is companion. They're like, don't play this. Don't buy this. Stop. You can run and charge. Once per turn army, piston-driven Carnegie. Pick an enemy infantry in combat with it, and you do the bad d3. Then it can move d6, if you ever care. And it's got a 6-up ward. So if you roll Eye of the Gods and get a 3, you add +1 to hit with its weapons. However, you can't, because it has companion, so Eye of the Gods doesn't work. But you could also roll a ward to give it a 5-up ward, and that does work. And then you can roll +1 rend on Eye of the Gods, which doesn't work because companion. I mean, alright. Non-hero monsters don't roll. Oh, I forgot. In my head, since unique characters could roll, I thought kind of everything could roll, but no, you're right. Yeah, non-hero monsters don't even roll. So it goes from only being able to maybe get a ward to just you can't. Yeah, he sucks. Chaos Chariot. This shit has like a million different weapons on it. Oh, but it has to pick one between the flail and the great blade. I guess I picked the great blade. But it doesn't really matter. If this unit charged, pick an enemy within 1 and do a bad roll. No. Yeah, it costs almost nothing. This is an endless spell that you pay points for. It's a thing that takes up space on the table. I bet it's probably kind of good, just because of that. War Machine. Oh, the fuck beast chariot. When this unit uses power through, inflict an additional D3 mortal. And add 3 to the distance it can move. That's kind of cool. Health characteristic 8, it should be powering through against most stuff. If it didn't die in combat, which it may. 2d3 power through is kind of cool.
Good
for
job,
120.
King.
Very loamy. Thanks for the tier 1 for 8 months. I appreciate it. TY. Very life from the Lomi. I think this unit is going to appeal to the type of person who can't stop adopting pets and saving them from like people who weren't taking care of them or the streets or whatever. They're like, damn, for 120 points I get this dude and I could give him like a Nurgle mark and maybe he'll live through a combat. I could do like 2d3 power throughs and then be on an objective or something like that. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Dredge 3 baby, hell yeah. Love me some Life from the Loam. I played several Life from the Loam decks. Back in the days. Some of them weren't even awful. Some of them weren't even terrible. But a few of them were. But they won anyway. Dark Oath Chieftain. 5/5/5. Some fighting, some Crypt Mortals. I can't explain why. I really don't like the look of him. I won't be elaborating. I just don't like the look of this model. Oath of Murda. If this unit destroyed an enemy hero or monster, it has strike first for the rest of the battle. How the fuck did you do that? How did you pull that off? I mean, you can pull people in the fight with him and add 1 to attacks characteristic. Ooh, ooh. Now that's a damage. Okay. You still gotta waddle his 5-inch ass into combat next to a unit of yours. But +1 attacks characteristic is kind of nice with it. Alright. You have a cool ability. He has to be undivided. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. He has to be undivided, huh? What does he cost? 12 points? Fuck is he even called? Dark Oath Chieftain. 120, yeah, probably. Dark Oath War Queen, whose art looks cool and whose model looks hella derpy. Maybe that's the angle. I just think she looks very derp. 5-up ward natty? Oh, okay. Ruin Blessed Conqueror. Once per turn, your hero phase. Other friendly Dark Oath units have a 5 ward while they're contesting that objective. Good. Okay, this ability's good. Oath of Supremacy. Once per battle, any charge. Only with an enemy in charge. For the rest of the battle, add 1 hit rolls for combat attacks made by Dark Oath units. So oh, okay. She says she's good. Yeah, she shits on this guy. 2 different synergy abilities that are both good. Nice. Dark Oath War Queen. For only 20 more points. I don't know what a Dark Oath army would look like because I've never thought about it. But these abilities seem good to me. It's a pity the model looks like how it does. Why did they show the drummer dude as the main dish here? The hammer slammer jammer. Dude, I'm blasting this drum. Anyway, Chosen are awesome. They're great. They fucked me up in the games I played against them. I like them. Once a battle, they can fight twice. Sometimes they get strike last. You may or may not be able to combo stop that from happening. But the unit is like kind of durable enough, potentially not to just die in between the 2 activations. They slap. They have crit mortals. They're hella sick. What do they cost? 250 for 5. A fair price. Yeah, Chosen are awesome. They look sick, they are sick, they do what they should, they cost the right amount. Don't ruin it, GW. You have so much shit wrong that needs fixing in these indexes. No need to fuck it up, right? Now we get 10 Chaos Warriors. These guys are just good, like anvils, are hard to kill. They get some like attack characteristic shit sometimes. I don't notice. They like fight. They attack me and then I roll some saves, whatever. The thing is, they're fucking hard to kill. And that's good. That's what they should be. 200 points for 10. Alright. Yep, they do what they say on the tin. Is Mark of Nurgle Warriors still to play? I think so, and by that I mean when I played against Slaves to Darkness 2 or maybe 3 times, the Chaos Warriors were always Nurgle. I don't think this profile here is worth trying to pump up. You just cut your losses. They're capable of doing some damage, or just leave it at that. No need to make them worse at their main job for their side job, I don't think. If you want damage, we got them, but it's a different unit. Chaos Spawn, I don't know why this thing exists. Anyway, yeah, it's an endless spell you pay points for. Chaos Knights. These guys look so cool, and look at the casual manner upon which this horse be prancing. I think it's funny, from a certain angle. I really like the look of Chaos Knights. I think they look cooler than Vanguard, which is a pity, because Vanguard are better. And I played against Slaves 2 or 3 times. I've seen Vanguard every time, and Chaos Knights once, I think. 10 for 3. If it charged first, the turn had +1 to rend from its cursed lances. Okay. Can we talk about rules and formatting? Cursed Lance. 3 attacks, 3s and 3s. 1 rend, 1 damage. Ability, charge, plus 1 damage. What does that mean? That means if it charged, it's plus 1 damage on this weapon. And then down here we have a passive. If this unit charged this turn, for the rest of the turn add 1 to the rend characteristic of its Cursed Lances. Why couldn't you write charge, parenthetical, plus 1 rend? Because I've seen weapon profiles that have more than one thing on them. Where is it? Anyway, we've seen it, right? Like, there are weapons that have more than one, like, thing on them. What's going on here? They couldn't do that because then they'd have to give it an actual War Scroll ability? No, just make the whole thing blank like the Gluttons, you know? It gets around Alpha Cav that Mornfang has. Alpha Cav doesn't apply to rend. It's only applying to damage, so it already gets around that. Technically, is the charge plus 1 damage is a whole thing in the core rules. Oh, but charge plus 1 rend is not an actual keyworded thing in the core rules. That's why. That's why. I thought it just was or could be. You could just infer it because it's so obvious, but I bet charge parenthetical plus 1 rend is not like written in the core rules somewhere. That's why they can't do that. Well, that is a sensical reason not to. However, it looks weird, and so they should be able to. Does the Hornblower just do nothing now? No, they have a musician. I can't remember what musicians do, because I don't have any units that have musicians. Any musician havers, what do those do now? I know they made all of them kind of like whatever. Plus 1 rally, okay, yeah. Plus 1 rally dice, okay. You guys use rally a lot? Are you guys rallying? I suppose some armies rally more than others. But it feels like with units that look like these, you kind of want to get them back, right? Rally's good. If it works. Anyway, I kind of like Chaos Knights. It seems that the people have spoken at Varangard are like better. 250 for 5. Or 310 for 3. Okay, yeah, I suppose they're close enough and they don't pound in twice. Four wounds is hard to get on 6 dice. The musician helps a lot. I suppose so, yeah. Now it makes it 7. You still have to get pretty lucky to hit 4. Well, not pretty lucky. You do need to get lucky though. Anyway. If Vanguard get nerfed to the ground, Chaos Knights will be the backup, I suppose. I don't know that that's how the balancing should happen, but historically it kinda has. Anyway, I think they look cool. Mutaliath Vortex Beef. 14, 410, 5 control. Real shit attack profile. It heals every hero phase. Once per turn army, any combat phase, aura of mutation. Pick a visible enemy unit within 12. Roll a die and apply the corresponding. If it's wholly within 12 of a Zinch wizard, it won't be. You can roll 2 dice. Minus 3 control score. Can I use commands? Subtract 1 from the move for the rest of the battle. Inflict 2d6 mortal, or sorry, 1d6 mortal damage, then heal. So you can make a little funny blaster man. You put a Tzeentch wizard next to a bunch of these, and you make really short range, like lightning cannons. That's kind of funny. And just try for horrific. Try for horrific or gift over and over. Because this one, unlike many, doesn't have a minimum. Try to get something down to 1 inch just to produce a weird effect. No, it's funny. Probably not. Well, okay, definitely not, but it's funny. 190. Yeah, you can. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Maybe their intention is that your little Gaunt Summoner guys just always, each of them have their own pet Mutolith Vortex Beast Pokemon. And they just throw them out and try to get the D6 Mortal Wound Lightning Cannon. It's kind of silly. Hey, well, who would you say is the weakest army currently? You mean, like, competitive tournament-wise? I don't know. There's a bunch of, like, win percent stats up right now, even though there's been a small amount of play. It's kind of obvious how things are splitting up. I think I have one of them in the Discord. I don't think it's the most recent, though. But the armies that suck right now are like Iron Jaws, KO, technically Cruel Boys, but it's a skill issue. Specifically Beast Claw Raiders, which like 30 people play specifically BCR, but they all live in the Midwest, and I'm one of them. And Ogres themselves are actually quite good, because Gutbusters are, so it doesn't count. If we're counting BCR, then we have to count like Spiderfang and shit like that. And that ain't a real army, so I won't be. Anyway, yeah, those are the armies off the top of my head that super suck right now. And KO, Iron Jaws, whoever. But I expect balancing to happen, and we'll see where things go from here. The S Laughter Brute, who's another non-hero monster with awful attacks. He's got a bunch of awful attacks, though. 8 of them. Alright, he fights infantry. And he charges 3d6 as long as he has a master. Damn. That's funny. 240. Okay. You know, he's only bad because you're capable of spending points on anything else in the army. Like, you could all-out attack him and put him next to a guy and, like, do some stuff, but you could also just play some Vanguard and some Chaos Chosen and, you know, just like stuff in your army. You could also just do that. And then those guys could roll on Eye of the Gods and they don't need a, you know, babysitter anyway. And then this guy who used to have a really funny war scroll. The Centaurian Marshal. 6 attacks, 3 and 3 is 1, 2. Charge plus 1 dam. And he brings in non-hero undivided units to +1 to hit rolls fight with. Neat. Neat. Oh, 180. Less than I thought it would be. I mean, no, but kind of neat. He has an ability. Is he a bonus hero? Frank says he's a bonus hero. Interesting. Neat. Legionnaires. This is not a flattering picture. I think they actually look cooler than this in real life. And it's not often we get to see Brigadine. You get 8 of them. Maybe it is just studded leather. Never mind. 1-4, huh? 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. Pick an enemy within 6. 4 up, can't use commands. Nah. Too close. Oh, they're 90 points. Okay, they cost almost nothing for 8 of them. They used to be half the cost of Chaos Warriors, but also half as good with a cool trick. Seems to be their thing. Nah. I think, like, their price is probably right. They're half as good as Chaos Warriors, and they're half off, so it's like, yeah, sure. But I'll probably take those instead. Raptorix. This awful bird thing. The kook. Wait, no flying. You look flying. You got wings in the art, wings here, but it is, I guess it is running. No flying, huh? So this thing, these 2 feet here, these 2 legs are moving this creature at 10 inches. These feet, these legs are exactly as fast as a Stonehorn. Alright. He's a roadrunner. Yeah, maybe. He's just a roadrunner. I don't know. I looked at it, and to me it was funny because it has wings and it can't fly, and it's got tiny legs and it's really fast. But then again, you know, there's like roadrunners and ostriches and stuff, and they're kind of booking it. I assume you cost like nothing. Yeah, 90 points for 6. It's a battle tactic unit. What did we decide to call these? Prospectors? And then Chaos Furies, the ones that are just better than the other 2 we just looked at. 12, even faster, and fly, and a 6-up ward. And if you're in combat on a 3-up, you can immediately retreat and live. One of the premier prospector units in the game right now is Chaos Furies. All for the price of... yeah, pretty good price. 100 points for 6. 100 points for possibly 2 different victory conditions. Let's go. Anyway, yeah, Chaos Furies. They're super good. It's not that Raptorixes are bad. They're good at that. Like, they're great at that job. It's just you happen to have one that's, like, kind of better in every way. So if you have 10 points free, then do it. Mind Stealer Spheranx. This thing looks cool, and it's... well, I wouldn't say it's fun to paint. I don't particularly like painting fur that much. But it's because I'm bad at it. 10-10-5-5. Dominate Mind. Pick an enemy unit within 6. Roll a die. If the roll exceeds the control, target has strike last. It probably will. Most stuff has shit control scores now. It has to be undivided. Enemy unit within 6. Man, that's really close. It's a shame that you can't choose a mark for it and you can't Eye the Gods it. $170. I think it looks really cool. I wish this ability was more than 6. And it wasn't dissynergist with the rest of the army. Like, you can't use Eye of the Gods, you can't use Mark, stuff like that. It needs to free this up. 170 for, like, maybe a single strike last trick sometimes, but probably not. Yeah, nah. I mean, you could just, like, put it behind your guys, and then they have to pile in, right? So... Of all the units I've scrolled past pretty quickly, I think Mindstealer Sphinx, unironically, is the most likely to do the thing that you pay for it to do. It's just I don't know about 170 for that. And then here he is, Bobby Briccolini. Fomeroid Crusher. Finally a monster. In the edition where that no longer matters at all. Although maybe he was a monster before, I can't remember. He hurls that terrain at 12, which is pretty short. Ew, random attacks characteristics. Yeah, I hate to see it. And hits on 4s. Once per turn army, any combat phase. Cursed Destroyers. Pick terrain feature within 1 of this unit. Then pick each other unit, friend, and enemy within 3 of that terrain feature. D3, oh, it's the bad D3 though. Yeah, the bad D3 has hurt Mr. Briccolini a lot. And the tightening up the range on it is a big deal. Yeah, big nerfs to the Briccolini household. The Briccolini clan. And now they have, you know, the terrain has to kind of look like this. There's a lot less, like, massive chunk. Although at events and stuff, it really would. Dude, I'm actually looking at this list for the B section, because my brain is so screwed up. Like, oh, Briccolini. Alright, Fomeroid Crusher, 150. Yeah, nah. Realm Skirt, and then we get to this stuff. I've only had my opponents complain about how shit the Nexus Chaotica is. The faction terrain. And it looks really cool. And all of my opponents are like, this shit sucks. And it never does anything. And then they roll a 5 or 6 every single battle round for the whole game. And it's constantly doing awesome stuff. But I've never even pretended to listen to what they told me that it did, because I didn't care. And so now I will finally look at it, and we can make our decision. Roll die, give a number of power points to this terrain feature equal to the roll. It can have a maximum of 12. Okay. Infernal Sorcery. If it has 3 or more, pick a friendly wizard within 3. Remove 3 power points from it, and then add 1 to casting rolls. Cool. Annoying hoop to jump through that I don't think is necessary at all. It should just give... What if it was just arcane? That's arcane terrain with 3 extra steps. Why? Anyway, Corrupt the Realms. If this terrain feature has 9 or more, pick an objective or terrain feature within 24 and pick any number of enemy units within 3 of it. Remove 9 and then roll the bad D3. No, okay, yeah, you guys are right. This shit sucks. If it was just arcane terrain, it would still be better than this. You're jumping through so many hoops. sometimes you get a +1 to cast, is what this thing reads. Yeah, you guys are right. You are right to complain. Realm Shaper engine, but bad. The times that it does indeed give you +1 to cast, that's cool. +1 to cast is good. It's a good buff. Alright, Realm Scourge Rupture. Moves 9, 6, 5. 2d3, 4, 3, 1, 1, crit 2 hits. It fly. Debilitating Shockwave. If this manifestation charged, pick an enemy within 1. Roll a die for each model, 6 up. Mortal. If any models in the target are slain, subtract 1 for hit rolls for target's attacks for the rest of the turn. It's alright. I mean, it's like, okay. You charge in, -1 to hit rolls. That's a good debuff. If you kill something with your Hordebreaker thing, I guess. The Eightfold Doom Sigil. Doesn't move. Empowered by Atrocity. If 2 or more units, friend or enemy, were destroyed this turn, for the rest of the turn add 1 to attack characteristic of melee weapons used by slaves. The timing on this. So, after combat, which is when units die, especially in this army with no shooting, you get +1 to attacks characteristics. If you're wholly within 12 of this manifestation. And then the turn is just over. And then you lose this. Am I getting the timing right? It's passive, so it can apply partway through the combat round. Okay. So if you're in a shitload of combats, and they're near this thing, then 2 units can die. And then you're in, like, whatever, everybody's in combat somehow. And then after that, sometimes, if you're wholly within 12 of this, maybe, you can get +1 attacks. Damn, this shit sucks. Yeah. This is like if the enemy fucks with your prospectors, and they're dead. So on the turn you get totally wrecked. After you have gotten wrecked, you get +1 to attacks, which that you might be able to take advantage of. Alright. Damn, what an awful thing. Darkfire Demon Rift. Bleh. What do you do? 8-inch range, D6, 2, 3, 1, 1. Each time a spell is successfully cast within 12, give the 1 manifestation energy. Each time it uses shoot, add 1 attack characteristic of its torrent. For each ruinous energy point it has. And then if it's removed from play, all of its ruinous energy points are lost. Well, yeah, I would expect them to be. So, you summon this, and then you cast 6 spells. You cast 6 entire spells around this guy. So he has 6 ruinous energy. We're maxing it out. And then you're going to use your Darkfire Torrent, because you're within 8 inches of somebody somehow. Add 1 to the attack's characteristic for each. Okay, so now, instead of D6, it's 6 plus D6. This is like a wizard guard that shoots people, maybe. You know, like a wizard guard. I feel like just Purple Sun is better than all three of these put together. Yeah, they're not that great. Just Shackles is better than all three. Yeah, that's true. Well, Shackles comes with 3 things you place on the table, right? Or is it 2? Dark Oath Wilder Fiend. Oh, this is the cool looking guy, right? 190. Double Companion. Bum 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 bum. D3 damage. Beast. What's wrong with you? Alright, 5 up ward though. Each time a model, friend, or enemy is slain within 12, give this unit a sacrifice point to a max of 6. You're like obsessed with keeping track of random ass bullshit. Look, Eye the Gods and Mark of Chaos were really fun and cool. You don't need to keep track of bullshit points on... Maybe I've just been reading a lot of it recently with this stuff. Anyway. What do the sacrifice points do? Perhaps something here? Pick one of the following effects. Pick an enemy unit within 12 to be the target and roll a number of dice equal to the number of sacrifice points this unit has. If any of the rolls are 5 up, the target cannot use commands for the rest of the turn. These are prayers. Why isn't it just a priest? Is this thing in the lore like the literal opposite of a priest, like an anti-priest? You already have a system. Just, yeah, I don't know. Make a priest and then give it a thing if stuff dies also. I don't know. After you pick, it resets to 0. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no. Drink. Re-up the drink. We've been going for a little while. Get up and stretch your legs a little bit. B and RB. Getting a drink. We back. Alright. We've gotten into the kind of like the slump of the battle tome, but I don't want to like bring it down. Because we saw some really great fun stuff here. We just have a lot of random ass units. And this broadcaster, on a hot take, thinks that all of the Dark Oath were an unnecessary mistake. Don't do any of that. Take half of the Dark Oath they made and convert that time, energy, and money into a Fire Slayer's second half, where the guys look cool. Take the other half of Dark Oath and replace all the Finecast and Ogres. You already have the coolest looking shit, you know. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Dark Oath Chieftain on Warsteed. Damn, he looks cool. Another Death Dealer, right? The rule of Death Dealers in Warhammer, by the way. The Fridge Frazetta is that they all look absolutely wonderful, and the rules have to be always bad. The City of Sigmar one, this guy, the Nurgle one, they have to be bad. It's a law. Will we break the chain with this guy? Let's see. 7-4-12-2. Alright. He's got some fights. Not terrifically good at it, but it's fine. Heroes are for synergy, no big deal. You can reroll charge rolls for Dark Oath Cav units while they're wholly within 12. Nice. straight re-rolling charges, not bad. Oath of Murda. If it destroyed a hero or a monster, strike first. Nope. Dark Oath Marauda. Ew. Okay, maybe don't give half of Dark Oath to Fire Slayers. I would like them to do a better job than this on the inevitable Fire Slayers second half. Dark Oath are meant to fill the lore hole of standard human under chaos. I like that as a lore, but who wants to play that on the... okay, maybe somebody wants to play that on the table. But I don't know. That can stay. Just push it real hard in the lore and be like, look, there's millions of these random, wiggly, normal barbarian guys. You know what I mean? But in the war game, you play the fucking awesome, sick-ass Chaos Warriors and stuff. All those other little guys, they're just in the stories, you know. Naked idiots or fridge men? Yeah, which way, Western man? If it charged and the unmodified roll was 8 up, add 1 to rend. Sure, okay. Oldest unit is wholly within 12 of any heroes. Each time model is slain, you get a murder or a kill roll. Alright. Chaff that explodes. Yeah, 10 of them for 100. Good price. Chaff that explodes, man. Dark Oath Savage. Give him your murder face. Give him your best murder face. And then we have not Conan the Barbarian, not Kratos, and really stupid looking. Which one are these? Savagers. For some reason they have crit mortal, which means they're unfortunately probably good. Oath of Conquest. If this unit is contesting an objective you control is wholly within enemy territory, 5 award rest of the battle? Hold on. Are these good? Chat, is this real? That's kind of cool. You get 10 of them. Do just like clouds of 20 to throw crit mortals to people and have random 5 up wards. It's like not the worst. Are they cheap? Yeah, 130. Wait, no. This unit can't be reinforced? Oh. Damn, I almost got excited about him. I was like, damn. I was prepared to be happy about these guys. Yeah, they're a Warcry warbands. They can't be reinforced. Well, hey, good try. Dark Oath Fell Riders. Coolest horse ever, and then some lame-o, some actual nerd on the back of a badass horse. This guy should be the companion. He should have the companion attacks, not the horse. You get 5 of them. 3, 5, 12. They got some javies. They can throw some javies. And they either have a broadsword, which is okay, or a marauder javelin, which is not okay. If this unit charged this phase and is only in combat with one enemy unit, and the enemy unit is only in combat with this unit, add 1 to rend. For the rest of the battle. Okay. -1 for hit rolls for shooting attacks to target this unit. Dark Oath Fell Riders. 150 for 5. Alright. That unit's weapons. So if you charge something and kill it, and so maybe what you do with these guys is you put them on the side of the table and you drive them towards your opponent's frost sabers and just kill them. Now they have like round 1 shooting and crap. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to like them, but you could do some shit with these. Maybe. 150. If you're in Dark Oath. Yeah. These guys could do some stuff. And then we got Atraxa. The Phyrexian Praetor. Unique hero monster, Ward 5. Not cavalry, but monster. Her shit's that big. 14-3-10. She's got the Gorgonzola. She's got the Gorbugula. Swings the Gabagool at you. Anti-hero charge. And then her horse is actually kind of a Chad. Because I'm used to seeing horse attacks that are like 5s and 3s, 0-1. Warlord of the First Circle. If a friendly Vanguard uses... Oh yeah, this is the combo thing. It does not have Strike Last as a result. So this is your instant double pile in on your turn, fuck somebody up, no Strike Last, just kill them thing. Yeah. Once per turn army, Roar of Domination. Pick an enemy hero. Will die 3 up, -1 for attacks characteristics for the melee weapons for the rest of the turn. Sure, but just like kill him though, you know. Blood of Molten Veranite. Veranium. Roll a die each time a damage point inflicted by a combo attack is allocated to this unit. On a 4-up, inflict 1 mortal damage on the attacking unit after the fight. So do 7 mortals if someone kills you. Alright. The Vanguard still have to wait to do the double tap. Yeah, you don't get to activate twice in a row. It's just you don't have the biggest gap, right? You don't have the... And then Gabagool the Accursed. This unit is in combat, roll a die and apply. Uncontrollable power. Allocate 1 damage to this unit. Womp. No effect. Essentially 3 up. Add 1 to damage of Gabagool. Let's go. 4 damage maybe on the charge. Big. Or 6. Rampant Mutation. The effect of White Hot Veranite applies, and you have Crit Mortal for the rest of the turn. Dude, the Gorgonzola. I mean, that's only on a 6, so really I'm just looking for a 3-up +1 damage, which is kind of sick. Dude, when she swings in with the Gorbugula. She's sweet. She like does fun things and they're all cool. And she even has a synergy with Vanguard. I want to really like her. But I heard she was expensive. Oh, she's expensive. How much is just Vanguard? She's more expensive than 3 entire Vanguard? Yeah, I don't know about that. Man, I want to play with her, but I don't know that you could fit anything in the army if you did. I think she's awesome. I don't know. I bet there's a build where you take Abraxia and you're on a bunch of Vanguard and shit. It just means you probably can't play with Bellicor or something, right? Because you're looking at she's 360 and Bellicor's 410, and that's hard. That's a rough one, kid. But she's cool though, and I don't know, her ability's fun. This shit's fun. She's fun and cool, and the model looks dope. It's funny that perhaps the most overpriced hero synergizes with your most expensive guys, you know? Super elite army. Anyway, the Gungnar brand. Who's this dude? Chaos slays the darkness, undivided, dark oath, Gunner's oath swarm. And then there's, oh okay, it's some Warcry band. I hate these things. Carve a path to glory. This unit can use this ability only if it is in combat with an enemy hero. Oh, okay. Well then, let's skip it. Can use this only if enemy heroes are slain by this unit. Yeah, whatever. 18-inch bow is kind of neat. Auto wound. Only crits. Score 6 full hits for shooting attacks against this unit. Neat. And then you get +1 round if you're super, super close to the enemy. Oh, Swarm Kian. Oh, look at the funny man. I love this. Look at this guy. I like him. I like him. Visible enemy here within 18. 1 mortal and subtract 1 from the attack's characteristic. Neat. Only works on heroes, so it's like super rare. Wait, he's not a wizard? How does he have a spell? Oh, broken ninja. Well, this unit's broken ninja is on the battlefield. It has wizard 1. Okay, that would be how it can cast a spell. Yeah, it does look a little Kenku-like. This is a fun, cool-looking guy. Reminds me of all those cool Warcry warbands they used to have, and then they shit-canned half of them. And like half of them looked really cool, and half of them were hella stupid, but they were getting creative with it. Yeah, guy's kind of like a wizard with a million life. Oath Swarmkin. Gunner brand is 280. Blech. And points? Are you not a hero? You're not a hero. Oh, you're part of Gunner's brand. Okay, I thought these were 2 different guys. Pardon me. So all of these come together. In which case, you get 1 dude who has fucking 10 attacks, which is funny for a single guy, right? That's funny. And that's closing in on the number of attacks you would need to have to make a foot hero worth anything in combat, right? And crit mortal besides. If you somehow kill a hero in melee by crawling over to it, you get a 4-up ward for the rest of the battle. You've earned it. How many brands are there? How many Sigmar's brands? What are these guys? Sigmar's brand. Those are technically heroes, I think. Oh, it's just her. Okay. So you get 1 dude, 1 horse, and 1 funny guy. No, 3 funny guys. For 280. The guys are from a book? They gotta be from a book or something. Anyway, hey, that's cool. But no. This would be cool in, like, Spearhead maybe or something. In summary, battle traits. Fun. S tier fun, actually. Battle formations. One seems good. One seems good with Dark Oath. Two, really bad. Heroic traits. I think kind of a decent maybe choice or something. You take the fun one, or you take the maybe slightly nickel and dimey good one, or you take maybe a combo thing, but it doesn't work on the person that you want to be the combo with it, or the other person that you want to be the combo thing with it. So probably not. Anyway, I don't know. For me, I just want to spin the wheel of value. I want to play slots. I want the fun. I'm going to the casino. I want to roll the thing. For me. Artifacts of power. There's a funny one that might never come up, and if it does, it may or may not do something. And then there's probably the better one that you probably should take. And then there's this one, which, if you only consume content that tells you about what happened in the most recent tournament, you'll think is good, but isn't. Spell lore. One of the worst unlimited spells ever, but the other two are good. And demonic speed is like... If this army didn't have demonic speed, it would be a very different army. And then a bunch of your dudes are like hella cool and sweet. And a few of them are more expensive than I would like. And I have yet to ever read an Archaon that wows me. And I think for the main character, kinda, of the whole world, who cost 900 points, his War Scroll should be nothing short of wowing me. Demon Princes still suck? No. They are good and fun. You might not be able to fit them into your list, but they're good and fun. So that's like, I consider that a huge win. And then Vanguard are sweet, Be'lakor is sweet, Eternus sucks, Chaos Lord is a victim, you know, and on and on and on. They're sweet. Now that I've looked at all their stuff, right? Where do we put them? Where do they go? When we just read the faction focus, and they just told us about Eye of the Gods and what Demon Prince, we're like fun allowed S tier, best index. This is a hype level tier list, not a power level tier list, not a competitive ranking, but a hype level, which involves some of that, right? Because if you suck, then that's not exciting, right? But I don't think they maintained quite the fun allowed. The S tier. A lot of their shit is cool and good and fun. Like a third of the entire book is sick. But I kept scrolling and I kept scrolling and I kept scrolling. Top of nice. Like, really good. Really quite cool and fun and sweet. But probably top of nice. Maybe it's impossible to maintain a level of quality with so many War Scrolls. But anyway, I still consider this a huge win. They're awesome and fun. And we haven't done Khorne yet, even though I thought we did Khorne. So Khorne will be next. And we'll see where they land. I'll give you a hint. It's probably in nice tier. Yeah, STD is super, super cool. I might just sleep on it, and maybe tomorrow I put them back in funnel out. I'm not sure. But as it stands right now, I'm putting them in nice. Their endless spells being almost worthless is pretty bad, too. Because it's weird, you know, you get manifestations in this game. You would think that the generic ones would be meh, and then the specific army ones would be great. You would think. But it's like the opposite, and that's weird to me. Anyway. Slaves of the Darkness. Good work. Some of the best work of any army I've read so far. Really close to funnel out. We'll see if Khorne maintains its position next time. Maybe they still have forbidden power boxes they need to sell. I don't think they do. They're sold out everywhere. It's hard to buy those things. It's downright difficult to buy the Endless Spells from Games Workshop. I don't know, maybe regionally somewhere they got a bunch of them, but it's hard to find them. Anyway, Slaves to Darkness, good work, and chat, thanks for joining and showing up. I appreciate it. We would have ended on time, but I got to yapping, and it was a nice walk. And Plibby Raid showed up, which was nice. She's on a subathon this week. Fellow small streamer. I'll see you tomorrow. This week, massive streams. Tomorrow, I'm streaming D&D. We're looking through the whole thing. Thursday, Rifts. Friday, TTS game probably. Damn, this is a 4-day weekday. And I still have a fucking job. Imagine. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for the subs and the bits. And the primes. I'll see you like actually tomorrow.